and welcome to making a book arts project, a paper arts project for winter break. I'm Marcy Easterbrook. I teach book arts at Santa Fe Community College. I'm part of the Arts and Design Department, and I'm very happy to welcome our wonderful president, college president, Dr. Becky Rowley, who's brave enough to try this out with me today. Hello, Becky, how are you?
Hi, Marcy. How are you? Thank you for doing this. I'm excited to do this. I love books. I love the book art program. I love what you all do, but I must say I am very intimidated at the prospect of doing a craft thing.
Well, you know, Becky, one reason we're doing this is that our community has been, as you know, with COVID, a lot home and on computers, and sometimes they forget the skills of just using their hands with the materials around the house. They've been busy on keyboards instead of just playing with their hands. And that's a big part of making art, is connecting to materials and having fun. And arts can be so expressive of whatever a person wants to say about this time of year, or celebrating traditions, or just relaxing and having a good time. So that's what we're going to do today, Becky. What we're making is a paper arts project. It's actually adapted from what's called a single page book. It's just fold and cut. We're going to use cardstock, but I want to remind everybody we can use recycled paper. And let's get started. I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to switch my camera here, Becky, for a demonstration, and also for showing you first just lots of ways that this can be decorated with either tapes, rubber stamps, stickers, collage, drawing. You can also get cardstock that has foil, and so it can even look like a little luminaria. So one type of folding and one single cut from, this is cardstock, and I really like Astra Brights. They come in very bright colors, but you can also get foil. It's amazing what's out there to choose. And we've cut this sheet into quarters, so you can make 4 projects out of just one sheet. And this is decorating afterwards, but you know, a person could take this sheet and run it through their computer and print photos or any kind of decorations onto it before they cut it down. So you don't have to be Picasso to have fun with this and make it really expressive. You could put words on it, and even if you were working with a toddler, Becky, but you could put this out and let them handprint or scribble and then turn it into a family heirloom, honestly. So let's have some fun. And I see you've got lots of supplies there ready to go. I'm going to move this, Becky, and then we will get started making. Paper is a great way to connect to everything around us because paper is made from plants. It's one of the oldest materials that people have made art from, and it's also the way, like the computer, that started communication. So recording our stories. So we're going to start with this little rectangle, Becky, and we're going to use our hand, and I'm right-handed, and I'm going to just take the edge. I'm holding vertically, and I'm going to take the edge over to my other long edge. In book arts, we call this a hot dog fold. So this is how serious it gets, Becky. And then see, I'm reinforcing my fold. So you can just use your paper or you can use a pen, because reinforcing the fold really helps this project to work.
Doreen's helping me here.
Ruler works great.
Okay.
And then we're going to open it up, Becky. And then I'm going to turn it. And now it's horizontal. And I'm going to take my short edge over to my other short edge and make a fold down the center. And of course, this is called a hamburger fold. and I reinforce that fold. Yeah, and now I take the edge of my paper, a single edge. I'm opening up that fold a little bit, and I'm taking the edge. See, my finger is kind of holding down, and I'm taking my edge over to that center fold. Yeah, so I'm watching you. Edge, that's it, Becky. Edge over to the center fold. It's nice because you have decoration on one side so people can really see that, the inside and the outside. And I reinforce that. And then we're just gonna flip it over. Yep. And now we're gonna take, again, this single edge over to the center fold. And we're aligning our corners. Sometimes paper resists a little bit. You have to boss it around. You have good management skills, Becky. You can do this paper.
I've never thought about bossing paper around before.
Oh yeah, it's a good way to practice your bossing skills. And then we can open this up again. We're just going to open those flaps so that we still have our cardstock folded in half. So I'm looking to see what you got there. That's it, Becky. Now I'm going to use a pen, and you might use it just so you don't get confused. So I'm going to turn this around. Here's my open flap, and here's my center fold. So keep your paper folded there, Becky. There. Now I'm going to take from the center fold over to the intersection of the folds there, and I'm going to mark it, and I'm going to write cut, because that's my cutting line. And I'm going to hold this up so people can see that really well. That's it. So make sure you're coming from the center fold, Becky. Are you from your center fold?
Yes, right here.
And go to where the fold is, not to your raw edges. You're going the wrong way, I think. Go to the center fold here. So yeah, not where the edge is open, where your center fold is.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
This is where my spatial deficits are going to start coming into play.
If we don't make mistakes, we don't learn, Becky.
Okay.
The good thing is I caught you beforehand. And then we take our scissor and we just cut from where that center fold is over to the intersection.
Through both pieces?
Just one. We're cutting through there, and make sure you stop at that intersection, Becky. Yeah, there.
I think Doreen is about ready to take this out of my hand.
And then open it up. We want to build your confidence here, Becky. We open it up, and now we have this slit in the center. And there you go. And when you open it, I mean, if we were kids, we'd say, oh, we see a duck's mouth or something, right? But I see a triangle. And now your creative brain here, Becky, can start thinking about all the ways to adapt this. So first, we're holding the flaps down with our fingers, right? So we can start playing with this shape. We could decorate it. We could put things inside of it. We can hole punch it. And let's just stick with the one that you've got. If you were going to make it so it was an open triangle like this one, then I would be gluing these two edges, the two short edges, fold it down, and that would be my paper art that I can adapt into different ways. But let's do this, Becky, too.
You have glue.
Bring your hands up closer to your scissors so people can see what you're up to there. Yeah. That's it, Becky. Do just what you did. Push it together. And you see, now you have this really nice cruciform shape. And that, what I adapted for mine, I turned it into a Zia symbol. So I'll show you how we can glue that one. And then you have that, you can put a hole and hang it up. These can be window decorations. They can also be like a tree, like peace trees or wishing trees or family trees. But here's the coolest one of all, Becky. So push it together like you have. Now, Becky, take what's towards you and bring it down. That's exactly right.
Okay.
And now take the top flap and bring it over. That's it, Becky. And you've just made a book. So
cool.
Reinforce, open it up, and look, you got a little book.
Wow.
And so
that's really neat.
Yeah, it is really neat. And you can come in and people can write in it. Their kids can write in it. You can add photos or decorations or stickers. And all of it, remember, Becky, comes from this one rectangle. For the book, you don't have to use any glue. For this, if you want to have this shape with the triangle, I'm going to just show those real quick. And these are papers that I've already decorated. So I rubber stamped it. So if I want to make this one that has the triangle in the center, I'm just going to put my glue on these two short ends, fold it together, and there it is, it's done. And I can shape it, I can cut windows in it. I could even add some tissue down into it and put a little surprise there. So if you were putting a surprise inside, what would you put, Becky?
I think a big dark chocolate sea salt caramel.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted right away.
And I was thinking of like pine cones I collected with my grandson, or kumquats, you know. And then the other way, and this can be a little tricky for people, but I want to show it. So let's say you want to make that cruciform shape, right? So the only difference in the gluing for that, I'm going to use this red one instead, is that you glue first above and below, and you can also use double stick tape, which is even easier. You first glue above and below the slit, and then watch my hands, you push it together and you pinch it, okay? That's the first step. It's a two-step gluing. And then you can flatten it out. And now we put our glue on those two panels and we bring these from top down. And that makes the cruciform shape. And that was my Zia symbol. And this is going back to what I liked as using that glitter paper, because I was thinking of the beautiful luminarias in New Mexico that are just so gorgeous. And so you can even make and even put tiny little LED lights and come in there and make something that even looks like little luminarias that you could just fill your whole window up with and make your house as festive as you like. Celebrate all the different good things that we enjoy this time of year.
Okay.
That wasn't too hard,
Very cool, Marcy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Becky, would you like to send some thoughts out to our community?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for taking the time and doing this. And I actually feel way less clumsy about these sorts of things. And I think both of my nieces, who always make fun of me, are going to get these for Christmas.
That's right.
So that's what we're going to
prestige, Becky.
Exactly. But I would like to wish everyone a happy holiday season, all of our faculty, staff, and students a wonderful break from the board and from me. And I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday.
Yes. Have a very happy, healthy, and creative new year. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Marcy. This was fun.
Thank you.